Right now, I'm walking on gravel, but a year from now, this will be completely paved. A UGA woman plans to finish in the top 100 in the half this year. We'll tell you how she plans to do it. And how much longer do you think it'll be until we have everything in?
Well, there were lines at 7 o'clock.
The virus is spread from person to person and is targeting infants, children, and teenagers. The Chattanooga Billiards Club. Apparently today, a man in the men's restroom found a camera about the size of my pinky. We actually called more than 15 different places around Athens, from Athens Regional Hospital to St. Mary's, and even contacted some local pediatrics facilities. Coach Rick says it's a privilege to be on this football team, and if the players want to stay on the team, they have to earn it. So here's a look at some county-by-county numbers. About a week after Allison was diagnosed, she got Gracie. At what point does being proud of your family become dangerous? All day, phones have been ringing off the hook here at the board. His name is Bob Swink, and he's a retired Vietnam veteran who was a helicopter pilot. He struggled with many addictions that took over a part of his life, but now he's ready to tell his story. Drug abuse, addictions. Not everyone who struggles with these lives to tell the story, but Bob Swink says he's one of the lucky ones.
Whatever your attraction is to these things, they take your life, they steal your life, they become your life. They become the focal point. Instead of being something that helps you through life, there's something your life evolves around.
Swink says he didn't have anyone to turn to.
If you're fortunate, a few of them are real friends. And real friends, you can talk about the things that hurt, the things that you're ashamed of.
Now Swink has many. He has his wife and his church small group. One of those friends is Dr. Randall Tackett, who actually teaches on drug abuse.
There is the issue of escape, and that can be escape from the problems they're having.
Swink says his advice for the many who struggle with addiction is simple.
You've got a problem if anyone around you that cares for you says you got a problem. Trust me. It's been 30 years since Mr. Swink overcame his addiction, and now he gets to work with airplanes every single day.
He does what he loves, and he says it's a blessing to share this part of his life.
It's probably the most beneficial lesson I've learned in my life that I might pass on, that might have an impact on someone else's life.
Swink says he's always willing to talk to people about his past and his addiction because he doesn't want anyone else to have to go through what he did. ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC all decided not to carry the speech. They didn't want to interrupt their regular programming, so those who have cable won't be able to watch the leader of their country speak. Immigration reform. It's one of the president's top concerns.
Too often we're losing talent because after the enormous investment we make in students and young researchers, we tell them to go home.
It's a divided issue, but Professor Brock Tessman says it's time for the parties to come together.
If we are to live up to the ideals that we have as a country, we have to take action. I'm not qualified to say exactly what that action would be, but I do think that both Democrats and Republicans recognize the need for action.
But with an issue that will impact millions, some don't understand why the networks aren't covering the speech.
And I wonder what that says about how important those networks feel that this issue is.
I mean, what's more important, politics or reality TV?
It's a good question, but some say the viewer should be able to decide what they want to watch.
Those who really want to see President Obama, I guess, will be looking at CNN or C-SPAN or some other network.
That means people who don't have access to cable may not have access to their commander-in-chief addressing the nation. For those of you who plan to hear what the president has to say on immigration, you can tune in to CNN tonight at 8 o'clock.
Victor 1 Central.
Most people don't want to come through these doors, but Sergeant Cheryl Gussler loves it.
We actually strive and try to change people's lives, and it's rewarding, very, very rewarding.
Rewarding because
you don't know what kind of life they already have. You wouldn't believe just taking 5 minutes out of your time and speaking with someone, how it could change their life.
And one time, It really did.
I had an inmate come down and say, "May I speak with you?" I said, "Sure." And he said, "I want to thank you for saving my life." And I said, "I don't understand." And he said, "You talked to me." And he said, "After you talked to me, my whole world changed." He said, "Because believe it or not, I had a sheet tied around my neck and I was going to kill myself."
Sergeant Gussler says that is what it's all about.
We got to try to turn them around, and if we can do that to one person, it's really worth it.
And if it's rewarding for one, imagine the thousands of lives touched by Sergeant Gussler. Reporting in Madison County, Ashley Jetton, Grady News Source.